Let's discuss some animal anomalies that I've experienced in my own life. Now, in the South, there are characters. There are people who are good with wildlife. This man in my town happens to live about a mile through the woods from where my family is. And during Hurricane Katrina, everything got knocked down, including all of that man's pens of animals. So for a few months after Katrina, we all kept seeing some animals that we didn't report because it was just too strange and nobody wanted to be seen as the town fool, right? And my dad wouldn't admit it, my uncles wouldn't admit it, but we were all seeing some crazy things. This man had European fallow deer. These are deer that don't ever lose their spots, but they have one characteristic that is quite alarming and different than most other deer. These deer bark. They bark. And when I tell you, I was riding my bike through the woods and came upon a herd of deer who, instead of running, turned, faced me, and began to bark. Never been more confused a day in my life. Didn't have a clue what was going on. And I didn't want to tell anybody because they wouldn't believe me. Same thing happened to my dad. Same thing happened to my uncle. We all progressively saw these barking deer and experienced them, but it took about a month or two for any of us to admit what we had seen. And we finally all were like, so you saw it too, because we felt crazy. And that's just kind of the norm here. After Katrina, that one man lost a herd of European fallow deer, a whole pack of red wolves, a giant yellow boa constrictor of some sort, and a cougar. Now that same cougar I had experienced before because at Vacation Bible School when I was around 4 or 5, that cougar came as show and tell. We're having show and tell with the cougar. This man's cougar, it was a very sweet cougar, but a cougar nonetheless. And it got loose in the gym in Vacation Bible School. And you've heard of the day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church. Well, this was the day the cougar went berserk. And this cougar didn't do too much. He just bounded up some stairs and got in an attic space, and then they got him down. But I can tell you that it was very dramatic for those of us who were small children at the time. There was not enough of those little ring cookies and juice to console not a one of us. That's a real story that happened at real Vacation Bible School in my real town, in my real life. The cougar got out in a room full of children. It's one of my best memories of the great time.